Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing about crypto, Bitcoin, what's going on, but also I'm going to give you a perspective of what is going to be happening when the Ethereum ETF should become available to trade for institution. Of course, before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also like this video for more updates. Now guys, let's get the chase and let's have a look what happened yesterday with Bitcoin CPI. So yesterday we had a beautiful trap from the market makers. We had a CPI which was lower than expected. Bitcoin pumped like there is no tomorrow. So all of this was given yesterday from Bitcoin after the CPI data. And of course, guys, our VIP group made a crazy good money yesterday. So we can see all these P&Ls over here, non-stop amazing results. So well done to all of you, 211%. That's insane, guys. If you want to join a proper group with so many traders and also with Bitcoin analysis every single day, altcoin analysis to stay updated and to be guided with the crypto market, you can join our VIP group. Link in the description below, in the comments below. Once you open, you can see join the VIP group. Come because you're not gonna regret it. But let's go back into Bitcoin and let's have a look now what can be happening right now. So pretty much yesterday what we had, you had a fake out which came and it took us up to roughly $70,000, and then we had a complete flush from the market makers who decided to pretty much push the price of Bitcoin back into place. So let's have a look at now what can be happening for the next few days. So I'm gonna really admit, guys, that this rejection was not great, especially because the stock market is still going to the upside, and usually that's not a great sign. But on the other hand, we are still onto this pattern over here where we broke, this previous resistance at this level, and right now we are just climbing back down to this breakout resistance, which now is actually support. So what I want to see right now, guys, is going to be important, and I'm going to give you some bearish and bullish scenario. Today is going to be a very important day because we're going to have the PPI and also unemployment claims, and if those results are going to be negative, of course, we could be seeing Bitcoin to push more to the downside, but it's going to be good news. We're going to see a continuation to the upside. So at the moment, guys, what I can see from a technical point of view is the fact that we are forming here a potential double top. So you can see there is one top over here, another top over here, and only if we're gonna be breaking this level over here at $66,000, then I could be turning a little bit bearish and see maybe more continuation to the downside. And the first target I got in my mind is gonna be a bounce at roughly $63,000 to $64,000, and also the next target is gonna be down to here at roughly $60,000. Is this gonna happen? Well, we have a chance, because if you actually have a look at that, if you go and translate all of this diagonal support, from this area to this area, you can see that we could be easily going back and then around this previous level of support at 58 to 60,000. So what we could be seeing with Bitcoin could be the following. It could be something maybe like this, a big sell-off down to here and then continuation to the upside again, because remember, we are still stuck in a range. So we are still into this range over here, which some people say is a bull flag, some people say it's just like a range. I'm gonna go and get a rectangle over here. That's where we are pretty much. That's where we're stuck in at the moment. Bitcoin is just playing into this range. So what we could be seeing right now, we could be seeing a continuation from this range to go, up and down until we finally break to the upside, which I think is going to be happening. Is more likely when I break to the upside. But again, this general this could be going on for more months. Now let's have a look at a 4-hour chart so we can see a little bit better the situation. So opening up to here, guys, what I can see at the moment could be two things. So number one, it could be that at the moment Bitcoin is just being retesting this previous line of diagonal support, and what we could be seeing could be a fake out maybe down to here, down to 66,600, and then continuation to the upside. Or if we're gonna break this area over here, then I can see Bitcoin to go down roughly around this area over here. So in general, when we have an impulse of this entity, in my opinion, what I could be seeing from here could be one impulse from here, second impulse from here, and then a third impulse up to here, a fourth impulse to retrace this one over here, and then a final up to previous all-time high at $74,000. That's what I can see right now for Bitcoin. But of course, it all depends today on the PPI data. But if I had to see from a purely technical point of view, it looks like this this could definitely be in place. It could be like a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then it's going to continue to go roughly around $74,000. But again, today is going to really decide, what's going to be happening. Now, something which concerns a little bit, guys, which I said before, is the S&P 500, which pretty much, unlike the Bitcoin, the S&P 500 has been pumping like there is no tomorrow. And of course, we had this little candle, which now is like almost like a bearish engulfing candle, and we have a gap over here. In general, CME gaps, they are likely to be filled. So if I had to guess, and we have this gap over here, I would probably assume that what we could be seeing today could be a little bit of a sell-off in the S&P 500, maybe down to here to cover this gap over here, and then to continue to the upside. Because as you know, guys, my target for the S&P for this mid-term top is going to be roughly at $5,600. Are we getting there? For sure. That's what we said before. And how long, we will take to actually to get there? Maybe another months or so, because what we could be seeing from here could be maybe a bit of a correction from here, continuation, correction, and then continuation at the very end. That could be something that, that I'm looking for. But right now, the S&P 500 has formed on a 4 hours, I'm going to say, I would say that I would have liked to see as a bearish engulfing candle, this blue here to cover a little bit more, but definitely doesn't look great. And we could be seeing a little bit of a sell-off today. But again, depends on the data, depends on the PPI data, which you're going to see, what's going to be happening with that. But at the moment, from a technical point of view, the S&P, in my opinion, looks a little bit exhausted, and I think a correction could be coming soon. Could be coming, let's say, over here, 5,500, 600, we don't know, but eventually I'm expecting something like this, and I'm going to show you in 1 second, maybe something like that, maybe a little bit more, and then a sharper correction to down, and then after that, maybe like one last blow off top to the upside. Let's also have a look, guys, very important, the DXY, which can help us to understand what's going to be happening with Bitcoin and crypto. The DXY had a crazy flush yesterday. You can see that we went down like crazy, and right now is trying to climb back all the way up to here. So what I can see with the DXY could be the following. I'm going to go and draw a Fibonacci retracement, and it could be likely that what we could be seeing could be a retracement up to this area, the 61.8%, so maybe up to here. And then which, if this is going to happen, let's say if today we're going to say more retracement to the upside from here, then this will coincide with a drop of crypto and also in the S&P 500, suggesting that Bitcoin could have a little bit more of a downside, as well as SPX for today. And then after this, a little bit of retracement from here, and then one more leg down, because of course, as already discussed, after this move over here, the S&P is into like a channel right now. You can see very clearly that on a 4-hour chart, you have one over here, then you have another one roughly over here. It looks like, we are in a channel, and the next movement could be something like this. You can actually calculate from here to here, and then from here to here, and it brings you roughly around this area over here at around 103. And when this happens, it's going to be very bullish for stocks and crypto. All right, guys, now let's talk about Ethereum. Finally, we talk about Ethereum like you wanted to know what's going to be happening with ETH, what is the situation right now. I'm going to give you all the price targets, especially ahead of the Ethereum ETF. Guys, the Ethereum ETF should be coming at the end of June. Already there's so many issuers that they've been, their ETF has been approved, but it's up to them to decide when they're going to launch it. And in my opinion, that's going to be a very bullish event. Might be a little bit of a sell-off in the beginning, the typical buy the rumor, sell the news, but Eventually, it will be great because institutions are going to be able to hold and trade Ethereum, and also on behalf of their clients. Before, we were talking about the fact that Ethereum had a head and shoulder around this area over here. So on the daily chart, we were saying yesterday that we could see a head and shoulder playing up this way. It played up very well with a target, which was roughly from here to here, and right now looks like he wants to continue to the downside. So we can see the target. If we're going to see more breakdown to the downside, how low we could actually go to. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to calculate, from here to here and see what is going to be the target for Ethereum. And in my opinion, we're going to see that Ethereum could go back, especially if Bitcoin goes down to, let's say, 64,000, 65,000. I could see Ethereum going down to maybe 3,300, 3,200. And if Bitcoin goes down to, let's say, 60,000, then we could see Ethereum going down to $2,800. That could be my worst case scenario. But looking at the chart from here, just dropping a few things, then I could see that roughly I'm expecting ETH to go around this area, maybe around the $3,000 mark, and then to continue to go to the upside. But again, on the weekly chart, guys, I am quite, I'm not going to say irresponsibly bullish, because that's not, conducive, but I would say I am quite bullish. And looking at the structure over here from a macro point of view, I mean, even if you're going to have one more, let's say, correction from here, so we're going to see something like that, and then a rebound from here, guys, that's going to be an explosion. And of course, looking at the chart here, what we could be seeing could be a formation of a typical rectangle, like this to here. And then what you can do, you can calculate this area to this area over here, bring it this way, and it brings you a target of roughly $6,000 to $6,400, which also will coincide with this over here. So I would say that roughly around October, November, I could be expecting that Ethereum, if of course Bitcoin goes to 80 to 90K or even 100K, Ethereum could be going easy to like in between $6,500 to $7,000. You can even calculate this one as a bull flag. So we have one over here and the bull flag. This one you can see, I'm taking my brush, pole over here, bull flag. Then you calculate from the pole over here to the pole over here, brings you roughly $6,000. Okay, so not as quite as I was saying before, but I would say that this target is going to be achievable in the nearby future if we're going to keep going like that. So that could be very, very exciting for ETH, to have this nice blow off top in between $6,000 to $7,000, especially if Bitcoin is going to go to $90,000 to $100,000. So that's what I'm expecting, that after the ETF, we could be seeing Ethereum will going very, very well. Even Solana could be pumping very well. You know what, today we can also have a look at Solana. Let's have a look at Solana price prediction as well. So lots of people are asking me for that. So let's have a look from here, guys. Solana on the weekly chart as well looks, very, very good. So we can see we are entering now a compression phase. We have one support over here, one resistance over here, and once this is going to break, then I could be seeing, of course, potential all-time high to come through. But of course, with Solana, what we don't want right now will be a breakage of this level over here, which still will be okay. It will be okay, and then what we could be seeing as a potential scenario, if Bitcoin goes back to 60,000, we could be seeing Solana to do this, to do this, to do this, and maybe something like that, and it could be forming a potential pennant or bull flag. So you're going to have one here, you're going to have another resistance over here, and then it could be going into a range, from down to here around 100, and then from here you could be exploding. And again, if you calculate this as a bull flag, what you could be seeing could be a pole over here. And if you take the pole over here, you could see you could be going as high as from here as roughly 371. So I would say even as high as $400. And then if you get a Fibonacci extension to confirm this trend over here, we can go to the lowest point, to the highest point, drop a line from here, and you can see is bringing me roughly 408, which is very similar to what we said. So at the moment, I would say that if Bitcoin is going to go to 6,000, Ethereum goes to 6,000, 7,000, Bitcoin to 90K, 80 to 90K, even 100K, I could see Solana to go as high as $400. And this could be happening maybe quarter four 2024, even as Q3. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope it was helpful. If you have a question, leave a comment down below. But otherwise, I'm going to see you tomorrow for another update about this crazy cryptocurrency market.